spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things, right? It's giving more of something to do with spirit, okay, inner or something, right? Sadhguru, you have heard about Sadhguru, right? He gives a lot of talks. He gives a definition that spirituality is a certain way of being, okay, how we, as a human being, how we need to be, right? As the way of being, right? There are other definitions like process of making the mind free from fears, worries, and non-stop thinking, and experiencing inner peace and bliss in one's everyday life. Right? The next one is a little more higher order of definition. Spirituality as a search to know yourself, your real self, to discover the true nature of consciousness and gain spiritual awakening. Right. So you'll find different types of definition, which is more aligning with the religion, yeah, or something to do with the nature, okay, everything. But I just, yeah, this is a quote, okay, by Buddha. So just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. This is by Buddha. And I teach designs, or I'm more into visuals than other method, right? So this is the way I look at the spirituality. So I hope we can see this. Okay, I look at the spirituality like this, right? You see a larger circle which is not visible, right? There's an imaginary circle, right? Within that you will find which is visible circles with different colors, right? You'll see red, okay, yellow, green, okay, blue, smaller ones, right? So each circles, the colorful circles representing each religion. It can represent each religion, or it can represent a particular culture, or it can represent politics, right? So it can be anything. So spiritual, so whatever we experience or live in our religious context or our culture, that is a small replica of the greater spirituality, right? So so spirituality is beyond the religion what we practice, right? So it's an example, it's just a sample that we a part of the greater spirituality what we are part of that, maybe a politics. So everywhere we'll find the spirituality. Spirituality is everywhere. It's a part of the nature, right? So in that context, even our school campuses, right, our workplaces need to be spiritual. We need to experience that spirituality, yeah, and we need to grow there. There are 6 themes or dimensions that define a personal growth. So what I'm trying to do is like how we can experience the spirituality, how the spiritual experience in our workplace, and how we can have a better growth, especially the personal growth. Most of the time we I'm school, I'm tired. Okay, sometimes we come across a lot of crisis, tensions, a lot of other issues. We think that our workplace, or especially the school, our campus, is not the place to grow. It's not a place for our personal growth, right? But it's I'm going to tell that this is the best place to grow, to have our personal growth, right? Maybe we need to change our lifestyle a little bit, or maybe we need to change our perspective of our camp. Being in the campus, right? So we're looking at 6 what do you call the dimensions of personal growth. Yeah. One is balance, Second is self-actualization. Third, personal improvement. So values, inner focus, relationship. So I put now personal growth from a six perspective or six angles, right? So if you can have a balanced or can have a kind of you can integrate all this, you can become a better human being, right? Um, okay. Uh, Yeah. So first is the balance. So we need to, okay, just give an example like life and work, how we need to, what is the importance of balance in our life, right? So you can see this, right? I just hide this. Okay, now you can see this, right? This is a small tripod I've kept, I use this for a photography or, okay, maybe for recording, keep equipments on this, right? So when I fix the recorder or something, right? Like this is a recorder, I keep here, I can fix it here, I can leave it, right? If I try to keep on one leg, right? I have just one leg, right? I'm sure it cannot stand, right? It won't be balanced, right? If I keep the second one, is not enough. It can fall. It may not fall that side or this side, but it can fall at the left side or right side, right? But if you have a third leg, okay, so it balances. It doesn't require a support and it's strong, right? So this is exactly like the balance in our life. We need to have different legs or systems, supporting systems to become balanced, right? So so we need to have a balance in our life and workplace. If you have an imbalance. For example, if I mean, our life, a personal life is not happy, if we have issues that really going to affect our workplace, right? Our the performance in our workplace. Same way in the other, right? If you're not happy with your workplace, you have a lot of issues. You're not able to adjust with the students or the other teachers, okay, management, okay, that is going to affect your family life. So there should be a balance between life and the work, right? Same like professional and personal life, there should be a balance, right? You need to prioritize the time. No? There should be a balance of using your time, right? You cannot have more time for something. Okay, there should be a balance. How much of time I need to spend in my personal life or family or in our workplace. So there should be a balance. So balance is something. Okay, the first aspect. Then next is self-actualization, where self-confidence, being happy, taking care of oneself, right? Having an authentic existence. Why I am okay living, or what is the purpose of my life? What is the purpose of my career, right? And becoming a fully functioning person, having an internal measure of success, right? These are some of the points connected with to achieve the self-actualization. The next point is personal improvement. So we need to grow. So in our, especially in our life, as well as in our workplace, as a teacher, as an academician, we need to grow. So we are not stagnant. We're maybe teaching in maybe in a fifth class or ninth class, 10th class, whatever, right? You're teaching the same subject for many years, but you cannot become stagnant. You need to grow. You need to grow in different dimensions, right? Like we need to grow. Just an example to understand the young generation, right? That's a growth. So you can identify them, what they're doing, how they are, the trend among the youth. So it's nothing but a growth. It comes from your experience. So there should be a personal improvement in our life, renewal, right? Every time there should be learnings. So you need to understand the changing world, changing scenario, changing context. And we need to develop within ourselves. So we need to become every moment, just like our body. So is growing. It's every moment is regenerating, within our body, right? So same way, like there should be a regeneration or growth should happen in within our life. Then the fourth point is the values. Okay. So we cannot survive or live without or perform without values, right? So it may be a personal values or it may be social values, whatever, right? So the clarity of personal beliefs, okay, right? Our character. So students are looking at they try to understand who is my teacher, what kind, what nature, the integrity. How do you taking care of everyone, right? Are we biased, right? So or do we go with something else? Are we living a good life, right? Uh, yeah, even students look at how our personal life is because they take ourselves as the role models. So they look at what kind of family life, what they're saying. So these are important. So integrity is important, knowing and prioritizing one's own values, okay, right? Knowing oneself and one's limits. What are my limitations? So how I need to overcome. So with the limitation, what else can I do, right? How these are connected to the values. Um, then fifth is inner focus. So uh, it's mainly to do with how peaceful the inner peace. You might have seen some of the teachers in your own community. They're very happy, always very pleasant. They smile at others. So they enjoy the peace within themselves, right? So they are peaceful in their heart. Okay, they are very grounded, humble. That's what it says. When you grow, more and more, you need to become more and more humble, right? So yeah, so that's the inner focus, right? Uh, then the last is a relationship. Um, Okay, so this is how we are connected with our workplace, people at workplace, our own, how I connect with what I'm doing. Okay, and how do I take criticism? How do I serve others? Yeah, all these are connected with how do you maintain the relationship in our workplace or yeah. So these are some of the points we need to keep in mind for our personal growth. Now, with this, I'll come to the core of today's discussion. That's spiritual practices for personal growth in a educational workplace, right? So what I'm going to share with you is completely practical, right? And you can relate in your own context. I don't think there's nothing new in it. It's just going to gather together what is happening in our own workplaces. That's what I'm trying to do, right? Do you have any questions before moving to the core of the session? Any question you want to ask? Okay, so I'm going to the next session. Yeah. The first is yeah. So we need to connect with others. That's the first thing in our workplace. We need to connect with everyone, right? Um, let's see some of the examples. Connect with others, right? Which are the ways we can connect with in our workplace, right? We have different people like principal, vice principal, or a management, our own colleagues in our department, other departments, students, then non-teaching staff, parents. So how we need to connect with others in especially in our workplace, right? Okay, some of the examples, I don't know whether I'll be able to complete everything. Find another professional to talk. So maybe you may be a science teacher, okay, a physics teacher. So you can connect with another faculty who is teaching the same subject. So we can have a professional talk. you can talk about the new inventions, new developments in physics, right? You can have a professional talk with others. That will help us to share, to learn newer things, also to share with others, also to connect with the other experts, right? Then to take a walk to talk in person with something. Right? Most of the time we are confined to our own departments. We connect with only with our department. If I'm teaching in English, it's only English department. So we need to connect with other departments. There are the other teachers. How many teachers are there altogether in 40? Yeah, I hope approximately 50. I hope, right? Yeah.
We are college. We are 39, Father. High school
39.
also have joined 10.
Okay. So he's going beyond the departments now. So we have two different institutions, like college and high school, right? So go and talk to them, right? So to the other department, I think you have good opportunities in that sense, right? Then ask others for advice and suggestions. Maybe from high school, you can go to the college faculty. You can ask how we can better science experiment, right? Or the teaching methods, right? How we can borrow good practices from high school to college or college to school, right? Or department to department. Yeah. Talk to co-workers. Yeah, you can call to a nurturing person on the phone, right? So somebody who is always supporting you, maybe a good friend, right? Who is always like motivating us. Talk to them, call them. So that's one method. Then connect with each person at the workplace, share time. Okay? Please get to know each other. So it's not just you go for your work, you teach, then come back. So try to network with everyone. And plan connections with the friends and loved ones. Okay? You have a close friends, you talk to them, connect with them. Stay connected with the students, and maybe sometimes you can get into their classroom, just to say hi, ask them how are you, what you're doing. Okay, just ask the kids if you're going to the nursery. Ask them like just appreciate the work they are doing. If someone is drawing something, take the picture and appreciate how beautiful, how creative you are. Just appreciate. Just connect with the students. So connect with everyone. Your colleagues, the other faculty or non-teaching faculty, yeah, or students, they'll remember you. So when you appreciate them, they'll remember you. Yeah. Okay, call, email your friends or spouses at home, right? Regular standing 1 o'clock meeting with maybe so every day. I've seen like some of the faculties every day they come together at a particular time and they have a coffee. One of the example, like in the English department, I've seen a few faculties, English faculty. Every day they come together. They sit near the cafe, then have a coffee, then they chat, then they go back, right? So it's a regular. Sometimes I join with them, right? When I'm free, I just join that particular group. There's another group which they're more into research. Every day evening they come and sit near the basketball court. Okay, there is a sitting arrangement. They sit there. They have the coffee, tea, or something, snacks. Then they discuss on various topics, right? And they come up with a lot of ideas. They come up with new research, publications and all, right? So you can have a regular meeting with somebody, like I just mentioned, assistant principal. Principal is available. Yeah, at least assistant principal, because I was a assistant principal in a Christ Junior College. So a lot of people come to my office, for clarification or discipline issues. So they're comfortable to meeting the vice principal than the principal, right? Because his availability is different. Yeah. So, and joke with the colleagues, have a fun, and end of the day, involve with the students. Maybe have a sports or some games. Spend some time with them. That will, especially the games and all. It's a good opportunity to connect with getting connected with the students, right? There are more, I think. Yeah, connect with the colleagues. Just there are repetitions. Okay, can send email, phone call, brainstorm educational issues. So, what are the new? What are the issues? New education policies. You can take some of them, can discuss, right? Or teaching, especially in the online teaching, what are the major issues, how each one is managing, right? These are like we can discuss, you can do brainstorming, so get a lot of ideas when you share. Debrief a stressful situation with the colleagues. Maybe you have some issue that happened in a classroom, maybe a disagreement with a student, right? So, or maybe with a colleague, your own colleague. It can happen like everywhere, right? So just share with somebody, some colleague, so that give a lot of relief in our life, right? Write a brief note to someone important in my life. Maybe today we have uh, like mobile, so you can text them. So this is what is happening. Okay, so yeah, or share something that's in your mind, right? Connect with the positive, inspiring people every week, right? So you can have it's like a, counseling or a spiritual guide. It's good to have somebody who is consistent in our life, right? So that whenever we have issues, we can sit with that person. We call it as a buddy system or something, right? So we can share with that person. So there will be a continuity. The person can understand you better than sharing with a new person, right? So because he or she knows your past. So based on that, they can have a better discussions, recommendations from them. Then listen to staff and students. This is very important. Instead of talking to them, so listen to them. So that is also, we need a lot of patience for that. Listening is a skill, it's a talent, right? So listen to them, the students and the staff, right? Okay, so other one is smile at every one I meet, right? Spread cheer, right? I just thought of showing you a small video. What I'll do is I'll share it with you. I'll just text it so you can see whenever. I just okay. Don't watch now. Okay, this is a small. Let me try whether I can share it now. Can you see the screen now? Yeah, so I'm just share. Okay, that's the power of. So that's the power of smile, right? When you smile, so you make others happy, everyone happy. The moment you cry or sad, you create sadness, with everyone. When you're angry, you share your anger with everyone. So try to give a smile at everyone, right? So that it spreads like anything. So you can make everyone happy. Then a text message with your kids, wife or husband. So, okay, my community in a religious context, you can send to your community member, your superior. Okay, you can make a call during the day and say, ask them how do your food, okay, how is your health. So you can just text a message. Then then have a reflective conversation with the thoughtful people. Those are good at uh, good at philosophy or thinkers. Yeah, mentor a class as student. So you can mentor, take the responsibility of mentoring a class or maybe a group of students. I hope you have a mentoring system, right? A group of students. You take the responsibility to do that, right? Advise and guide teachers. I'm sure you have a lot of faculty going through a lot of struggle or okay, in their life. Give a good advices and guide the teachers. This is some of the way you can connect with others during the work. During the in the workplace. Right. Next is walk. Okay, I'm sure you have a beautiful campus, and from the gate to the been there, like yeah. So it's a nice place. You can go around. Yeah. So walking is a good thing that you can do. You can practice. Uh, can walk around the campus, enjoy nature, smell the air, observe people. So a lot of things you can do. You find you just sit and observe people. You'll find sometimes be funny, like how the kids are behaving, how they respond to each other, right? How they play, they jump, dance, smile. Okay, the activities. Just observe people. It's really interesting. So next time when you maybe tomorrow when you just take a walk in the campus, right, and see the people, it changes our mindset. It gives a lot of energy in our life, right? Also, I go around the campus. Sometimes, some of the days, like I just we have a lot of birds in the campus, so I just go stand there and listen to the conversations. I consider the sound of the birds as the conversation. Love birds, and there one another kind, I don't know the name. So I just stand there and just listen to them. I consider that as some conversation. They want to tell something. Actually, they're talking to us, right? So just convert into a conversation, find out the meanings. So it's a quite interesting exercise that you can do it, right? Recently, I started recording the sounds in the campus. We can play for you that one. Where exactly? Yeah, okay, this is one recording. Okay. This is one. Then another one is in the central campus, the main campus. Okay, these are some of the birds like parrots or lovebirds, then chicken. So I just observe the sound, and I just observe them because it's interesting, right? There's one more which I started taking the photographs of the campus from the campus. Let me try. Okay, so if you go to, I'll just share the screen once again. Yeah, this is my Instagram. I don't want to, I mean, like, it's not personal advertising or something. These are some of the photographs I've taken. So every day I take one photograph, um, and I just upload it Instagram. Okay. This is the latest one. This is another one. So this is a drop. Okay. This is another one. Okay. And I give some caption for each, right? Abandoned or something like that. Okay, this is another one. Yeah, it's quite interesting. This is like you can see reflections and another reflections or something like this. Yeah. Mm. This is a very tiny. I've used my camera, which has a lot. Can take a so my for uh, micro photography. Yeah, and there's another one. Okay, this uh, a dry leaf on green leaves. So, like, get the caption as uh, old age and youngsters or something like that. Okay, so this completely like from our campus. It's not drinks. It's like a tea, black tea. That's the campus. Yeah. So yeah. So when I go around, I just observe, capture it. So we can use the walking time for meditation. We can walk and talk with the kids in the playground. Okay. Um, you look at the leaves and flowers, what I've shown, and bring back to office. Maybe we can get one flower or leaf or something, but don't pluck all the flowers because the sisters will catch you, right? Okay. Then and look at the trees, and see the greenery, just enjoy it. It's a good to walk, right? Next is music. I'm sure all of you love music, right? And nowadays you can listen to music without disturbing anybody, right? So okay, you have I mean, like earplugs available now. You just put it, you can listen to music without disturbing anybody, right? So music is a good, it has a lot of healing power, right? Um, so yeah, you can choose whichever music you want. Usually I listen to instrumental music, light instrumental music, right? So I've collection. So I've already installed on my mobile phone, or in my office. I keep you know, music in a very low volume. So a lot of people appreciate it. They feel like very comfortable, and when they listen and have the discussions in the background, right? So it's gives good feeling for us, right? It removes a lot of. It has a healing power, the music. So you can listen to music. Uh, then yeah, this is something you all do it, right? In standing in front of the mirror, and you sometimes you smile or you get anger. Okay, you express so many things in front of being in front of the in front of the mirror. So that's the next point. What you can do is reflection and self-talk, right? Stand, have a self-talk, as kind of self-reflection, right? Um, then that helps you be in a positive, right? Looking at yourself, looking to my own capability, my potential, right? My power. So I can be more and more positive, and you can think of new ways to teach my goals and dreams. So what are the ways I can teach? You can come up with the newer ideas, right? Because I have certain like abilities. I have certain powers. How can I make use them in a newer way? You can do a deep breathing exercises, especially in the time of stress. When you have too much of stress, take a deep thrice, take a deep breath. You can release. That gives a lot of relief. Keep a sense of humor. Smiling is laughing or smiling is a good medicine. Um, and yeah, think of like having travel or do something beyond the work, right? Either travel somewhere or have some do something that you're passionate about it. Maybe a dance. Some of the teachers here are they were good at dancing, so they do a lot of dancing. Some of them are artists. They do a lot of artworks. Last day, some of the faculties are showing their work, amazing work. They find time they do it. um, yeah, music, yeah, if you're interested, yeah. Then reflect on strategies or procedures concerning stressful situations, how we need to um, handle different situations, right? Uh, uh, so remember that there is no decision need to be made immediately. So give time for certain things. If something you're not able to figure out, leave time, leave for some time. You get answers for that. Remind myself of my goals. What are my goals as a teacher, as a staff of the college, right? As a class teacher. Before stressful, look at the pictures of my family. So sometimes, if you are too much stressful, look at keep a family photo. Look at them. So you get a lot of energy from your family. Looking at your husband, wife, or looking at your children, you get a lot of energy. So that if you have too much anger with somebody, look at them. You'll get a lot of consolation. Um, okay. Yeah, I just skip this. Then reframe situations, like try to look think from others' perspective or others' point of view. So that will change, because most of the time, when issue happens, we look only from our point of view. Look at from the other's point of view, right? That give a new dimension, new answers for for our issues. Help others to achieve their goals and dreams. We can do plenty in our campus, right? Being a teacher, being a class teacher, subject teacher, we can do a lot. We can encourage them, make them to do newer things. Like next is your favorite, Mangalore favorite. Yeah, yeah. So sometimes, have lunchtime. How do we make use for personal growth, right? So you can have lunch with the teachers, discuss their issues and all, right? You can have you can enjoy the time, or you can have lunch. Sometimes you can go outside, right? You have some places like pubs. One side, I don't know, right side or left side. The other side is ideal ice cream. Still, I remember like had a ideal ice cream like I don't know how many years now, 18, 20 years back. So after that, I didn't have a chance to taste the ideal ice cream. Yeah. So go as a group, enjoy, have an ice cream together, right? Um, Okay, sometimes you can maybe go for a window shopping, right? Or maybe go somewhere, just travel nearby, right? Um, okay, visit staff, school, or personal conversation, lunch, and okay. Sometimes we can sit with the students. They love. The class teacher having lunch with the students, right? They enjoy. They share a little bit of food. Really, it's a happy time. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Even students also, they remember you. They'll tell like a teacher had a food, or they'll tell their parents. My teacher you know, had a food with us. We shared. She or he shared the food with us. She brought this, made something. Okay, right. So yeah. Then eat snacks or lunch, and read something. So you can have while reading, you can have something. Yeah, make a cup of tea or coffee. Have it at your desk. Sit with my thoughts, reflect on the next activity. Right. So what else I can do? So I'm thinking, what else I can do in the next activity? You can plan for the day or for the next day or for next week. Okay, right. Do relaxation exercises, stretching exercises. You can do a lot, right? You can do hand exercises. For eyes, you can do a lot. That I'll do like, especially when I take class, I make sure that students will do a lot of exercises. One exercise which I make them to do is I'll ask uh, them to uh, draw letters, the names of the parents. If the name is Reshma, okay, I ask them to draw with their eyes. So they draw with their eyes, like R, big R. That's an exercise actually. So at the same time, they remember their parents. So I mean, there are different ways we can do that. Um, Sometimes it's good to turn off the phone and the computer lights, whatever equipments you are engaged with. So, just sometimes maybe in a day, like half an hour, just switch off, mute your mobile phone, keep it away. So it's a good habit actually, because a lot of distractions can happen. But you need to learn how to. We need all these gadgets. I'm not saying like we should not, but have everything, but learn how to control, how to come out of, have some relaxing time from usage of the mobile, everything, right? You can have a nap, maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes nap. Can browse internet for some information. For maybe you can look through the window and just see the trees, maybe birds on the. I mean the next. I mean a tree, right? Can have a breathe deeply. When I need time out and reflect, right? Can take a deep breath, right? Then next is read. Okay, this is a good habit to read. Okay, always have a book. Now you can carry a book or maybe some printout. You can have a magazine. Nowadays we have a Kindle, ebooks are available on mobile. You can download it and you can read whenever you want, right? So there's a bookmark. You can read. You can keep the bookmark where we have stopped. Then next day you can read, right? So think of Kindle. You get a lot of free books on Kindle. Make time for my own academic growth. This is a must. You should not stop reading on subjects what you are teaching or expert, right? Keep reading, get to know the newer knowledge. Read something to learn new thoughts and can different philosophers. You can read browse websites. Uh, Okay, so apart from that, you can read something that is beyond our job related, self-help book, daily devotional, or cooking, something like that, right? Read something inspirational in the morning. So especially when you come to the college, take some book, read something, some inspirational thoughts or something, right? Take a break, not now, okay, yeah. Check out a new websites, take a small break, sometimes you can read to students, play basketball with the kids, take a break, and come back with a new thoughts, yeah, that's something you can do. Then I'm going a little faster. How we need to keep my workspace area. Okay, um, so we need to keep our workspace area as a space for meditation, right? So you can keep photographs, flowers, fountain, artwork, right? And look at the meaningful things in my office, right? So I keep a lot of things in my office. Maybe you can see some of the things here. I don't know whether you can see right now. Okay, yeah, now you can see, right? So you see a bicycle here, right? There's another one. This is uh, okay, dolphin, flying, coming out of the circle. So these and the other side, I have a six thinking hats board, right? So six thinking hats board. This is nothing but how to think. Each color, the hats. There are six hats. It's called the white hat, then yellow hat, black, then green, blue, yeah, green, black. Okay, there are 6. So each hat is representing something, right? If interested, you can try, Google it. 6 thingy hats. So I have a board at the this side, right? So when I want to do something, I look at those boards, right? So white stands for information, right? Collecting all the know more about it, right? Yellow stands for what are the advantages of having that, right? The thought or something, some program, right? Then black, what are the disadvantages? Now green, what are the ways you can creatively do it, right? So then red is emotional, what I feel about it, right? So then the blue stands for how I need to execute it, right? So that is 6 thinking hats. The book is available. I think you can try when you go for a walk. You can try in the footpath that's available. 6 thinking hats. Yeah, Bono. Yeah, you can try that. So that is so the board I've kept there. So whenever I want, I just look at that board. Then I get inspired. Then you can spray lavender, jasmine. So the office, your room, you can spray that give the smell, good smell that give you more relaxed and can become more focused. Sometimes you can use a candle, light a candle or oil lamp with the incense. Nowadays it's available. It's very simple, right? That gives a kind of relaxing or uh, good peace of mind, right? Um, Keep the office clean of clutter. Okay, you can keep pictures of the important people, my loved ones. Keep a frog or pebble. No, I just kept a frog pebble. Something connected with. No, I keep this bicycle here because of certain reasons. Like I go for a cycling. In my room, I keep a cycle, actual cycle. So I go for a long cycling. Uh, so, uh, so I keep in the earlier office I had a frog. So I look at the frog. Frog has a lot meaning, right? Or keep pebble that reminds me something, right? Um, and you can post inspirational say. We all do that actually. Yeah. Then physical activities. That's something that you can do it. Work out at a gym. Okay, so if you have a gym at your place, you can go whenever you get time. Yeah, and have a massage. You can have a yoga mat. Yoga place you can think of, right? And provide a yoga class, maybe weekly or a lunchtime. You can have, right? Maybe you can participate in a sponsored wellness programs like run, marathon, or cycling. So last week I went for a cycling Himalayan mountaineering institute organized cycling. So I did in Bangalore, so 40 kilometers. So I got a certificate, right? So you can do as a team, you can go participate in such programs. Find a quiet place for yoga stretches, put in place 20 minutes acrobatics program for the entire school community, something. Okay. Then moving to next, time management. So how to manage the time in our workplace, right? Um, so usually we have the entire day we are busy. I mean, the entire 24 hours is busy for a teacher because school we teach, then we take all the assignments, everything at home, we'll continue there. Right? So what I suggest is like have a white calendar. White calendar is nothing but some which is not schedule anything. So just have some free time, right? Stay after everyone has gone. Okay, so after the school time, you can. I've seen some of the faculties does same, right? After the class, everyone leaves. They stay back here, then do something creatively or effectively. Okay, make time for what's important to me. We need to do that, right? Something important. Right? Make a dedicated time for that. Um, okay, come after the hours or Saturday, Saturday or Sunday, you can come, and think of something new, innovative, some new projects. Make a to-do list and write things down. What are the to-do list? And try to achieve that. Set priorities for myself, right? Then next is something like a meditation, right? You can find time for meditations, right? Okay. So do a visualization. So that is something which I also recommend. You can check. If you get time, you can go through. I think Netflix has a movie that's called The Secret. Okay, The Secret is a wonderful. Yeah, I just show you I just shared the screen. So this is where it is. Yeah, this is The Secret. It's a book. Actually, it's based on a book. The Secret. Yeah.
History, all the great minds, all the great leaders, all the great achievers, they have something in common. And now the great glimmering of truth can be revealed again. You know that you won. I see meaning. All of this happened because of knowing how to apply this.
Okay, so if you get time, please watch this video. I think I've watched at minimum like 20 times, and I have an audio, the entire audio. I've listened to the audio at least for 30-35 times. So I know each and every sentence in that particular presentation. Yeah, it's very inspiring. Talking about a visualization. So if you visualize, you can achieve. It's a simple philosophy or idea. Yeah, and talks about the law of attraction, right? So you attract everything into your life, no? And you can achieve. If you attract negative, you become negative. If you attract positive, you become a positive person, right? So this is a visualization, right? Okay. Yeah. Next is about prayer. So it's important in our life. So have some moments of some time for prayer. So it need not be like praying only at the prayer time. So every moment when you teach, before you take the class, just pray for a minute. So usually when I begin any class, I give a pause maybe for 30 seconds and I ask them to pray, so that it, it changes their class actually. So the beginning, it's that there are different opinions, but a lot of people appreciated that at the end, when they give feedback. That moment, maybe a 30 seconds or 1 minute, it has a lot of impact, create a lot of impacts in their life, right? So have a prayer, whether you belong to any religion. So I mean, yeah, whether Hindu, Muslim, or Christian, whatever, right? So prayer is important, right? Yeah. Connecting with the divine, and sometimes you need to be alone, right? Um, okay. Create a thought-provoking communication to express myself and share from my heart, right? A lot of things that you can do, like you can come up with thoughts that can come up, create from your heart, right? Stand outside the office building for 5 minutes to breathe fresh air and come in. That will give you a lot of relaxation. Trying to find time alone, right? View inspirational emails and website. Sit and rock in a rocking or reclining chair. Yeah. Then eat is important, right? We need to be healthy. One is a chocolate, dark chocolate. So not like a sweet chocolate, dark chocolate. It has a lot of. It says it's a lot of energy. It's good for heart, right? No, dark chocolate, like 90%, even 100% dark chocolate if you can. Yeah, I eat a lot of dark chocolate. Eat a nutritious food, eat snacks, drink plenty of water. So again, make it a habit from morning. So we need a lot of water for our body. So uh, drink a lot of water, right? From morning, maybe 2 glasses. So in between, drink at least 2-3 liters of water every day. Like that will make keep you healthy. Um, the next is, I think, this last point. Okay, I'm on time. Okay, 5 minutes late. Conference and workshops. So try to attend the workshops. If another department is organizing a program, please go and attend, right? Or maybe the neighborhood, they're organizing something, or online. So it's good to connect, be part of a conference or workshops. Maybe you can present a paper, you can share an idea, right? It's good to connect with the other groups. We can grow a lot, right? Yeah, I think that I've come to the end. Okay, let's have some, yeah. So we need to grow together wherever we are. Okay, whether we are in a department or in the campus. So try to connect with each other so that you can grow as a good team, and you can become more productive, more fruitful in your campus. Now, I hope you got some idea how to connect your workplace or workspace with the spirituality. How you can become more and more spiritual in your workplace, right? So convert whatever given to you, convert into a place for as a sacred place or spiritual place, and become good persons, good teachers, effective teachers. So thank you so much. Want to ask anything? Any questions?
Venetia ma'am can continue.
Good evening, all. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It is a spark that lights a fire of joy in your soul, as quoted by Amy Collett. On behalf of the management, the principal, Sister Noreen D'Souza, Vice Principal, Sister Janet Sequeira, and all the faculty of St. Agnes PU College, I take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks to those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this webinar on spirituality in education, spiritual practices for personal growth in educational workplaces. At the outset, I thank our resource person, Dr. Father Biju Chako. Thank you, Father, for giving us insights on spirituality and explaining the 6 dimensions that define personal growth. I'm sure the techniques shared by you on how to merge workplace and spirituality, to name a few, connecting to others, listening to music, reflection and self talk, managing the workspace, physical activities, time management, meditation, prayer, finding some time alone, healthy eating habits, and attending workshops will help us to bloom into better individuals and strive hand in hand in bringing out the best in us, growing together and reaching out to students. We are indeed grateful to our principal and vice principal, who are the pillars of support and guidance for all the activities conducted in our college. Thank you, dear sisters, for organizing such relevant and unique input sessions and helping us rejuvenate ourselves. Special thanks to Sister Sanidhi for making all the necessary arrangements in organizing this webinar. Thank you, dear colleagues, for all your active participation. Once again, thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much. Good. So all the best.
Thank you,
Good
Father.
evening, Father.
Good evening. Good evening.
Father Biju,
Yeah, yeah.
Your webinar was very enlightening one. Thank you so much. This
Okay.
was a new concept, though we know many things, but you connected it in a very nice way, and in a practical way you explained to us how we can make our workplace a sacred one. Thank you so much for
Okay.
taking so much trouble and putting forward your thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Yeah.
Thank you, dear teachers, for attending the webinar. You can leave now.